over the last 7 days, my tiny portfolio has absolutely exploded. And in this video, we're going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about my magnificent 7, so the top 7 performing stocks in terms of growth in my portfolio. It's only quite a small portfolio, but the growth has been substantial. And at the end of the video, we're going to talk about what percentage of my wage this growth has made up. But if you don't know, I'm Steve. This is the Extra Income Boss. I'm going from working in a minimum wage in a warehouse to being a multi-millionaire. If that's something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. But with that being said, let's get into my top performing stocks. It's been a pretty special 7 days, as you'll see. But yeah, it's been nuts. So let's get into it, and let's talk about the first stock. So here we are. So the first stock up is the S&P 500. There's a couple of S&P 500 stocks in here, but this one is actually VUSA. So this is the distributing fund instead of the accumulating one, so it pays out a dividend. Now the holding here is £96.94, and over the course of the last 7 days, we were up 3.26%, which is nuts for a 7 day performance, but we do a better than that on a few different occasions throughout this video. So the increase there represents £3.06. Now, as we go on through the video, the percentages or change, they're not in order, but the monetary increase, that will change and will be in order. So we're starting at £3 and it's getting better and better and better, and there's a few ramp ups throughout the video. So next up, we have Unilever. So the ticker symbol here is ULVR. Now our current holding in Unilever is £234.58, and over the course of the last 7 days, we were up 1.43%. Now this gives us a monetary increase of £3.30. So the percentage there was less than the S&P 500, but holding was bigger. So that's why we earned a little bit more in terms of growth there. So next up, we have British American Tobacco, ticker symbol BATS. Now our current holding in British American Tobacco is £273 on the nose, and the increase over the course of the last 7 days was 2.01%. Now, this gives us a monetary increase of £5.39. So we've transitioned there from notes to, from coins, get excited, get ahead of myself, to notes and coins, which is nice. Okay, next up, we've got BP. Ticker symbol BP, nice and simple. So our holding in BP is currently £204.19, and over the course of the last 7 days, we were up 5.02%. Now that would be a pretty good performance in a year, but to do it in a week is crazy stuff. Now, up 5.02%. Now that gives us an increase in terms of monetary value of £9.87 on our stock in BP over the course of the last 7 days. Next up, we have Tesco, ticker symbol TSCO. So our current holding in Tesco is £336.03, and our increase was 4.31%. Now, this gives us a monetary increase of £14.06. So broken through that £10 barrier, and £14.06. That's pretty crazy on our stocks in Tesco in just 7 days. But it gets better. So the top two. Next up, we have Rio Tinto. Ticker symbol is Rio, so RIO. Our current holding in Rio Tinto is £318.99. And over the course of the last 7 days, Rio Tinto increased in value 4.82%. Now this gives us growth over the course of the last 7 days in terms of monetary value of £14.70 on our shares in Rio Tinto. And now the big one. So our best performer in terms of not percentage, that's held by BP at 5.02%, but in terms of monetary value, and it's a winner by quite a distance. So the S&P 500, like we spoke about, I think it was the first stock we spoke about, this one is the accumulating fund. So this is my biggest holding by far. Ticker symbol here is VUAG. Holding is £2,059. Now our increase here was 2.46% over the course of the last 7 days. And this gave us a monetary increase of £49.35 just on our shares in VUAG, it's the S&P 500, which is pretty cool. So of those magnificent seven, our top 7 performing stocks over the last 7 days, they gained, it's kind of annoying actually, but it's good, but hold on, hear me out. They gained £99.73, so just shy of £100 there, which is quite frustrating, but still amazing. Now the portfolio as a whole, and I'll put up a little picture, gained £134.84 over the course of those last 7 days. But now I want to talk about the impact of that to me. So some people will see that and think that's an amazing increase, and some people won't really be fussed by it. So I want to talk about how much I earn at work on a weekly basis, and you know what this increase it means to me in terms of percentage. So last week I was paid £397. Now this means that over the course of the last 7 days, my portfolio growth last week was 34% of my wages, over a third, at £134. That's absolutely mental, pretty crazy, and super motivating. Now, it must be said that this has been a really, really good 7 days for me. Probably the best 7 days I've ever had. But it's not always like this. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. So what I'll do is I'll link a video up there where I talk about the worst performing stocks over the course of 30 days. So you get a bit of a more even view of the stock market. But the last 7 days here has been pretty phenomenal. I just wanted to talk about it. I've only got a small portfolio. I'm going from minimum wage to a millionaire. This is a huge part of it, and this week has just been so motivating for me. So if you want to check out that video, it's right there. That's an amazing week. I'm Steve. This is the Extra Income Boss. I will see you guys again in that one right there.